Okay, so the 49ers are expected to pursue Jonathan Allen, the former Commanders defensive tackle in free agency. This is coming from Eric Branch of the San Francisco Chronicle, that the 49ers will pursue and target defensive tackle Jonathan Allen. They were also obviously linked to Joey Bosa as well after the Chargers released him. Made a video on this yesterday with the Bosa news. So if you guys haven't watched that video, definitely go check that one out. But either way, Jonathan Allen, his name was actually involved in the Deebo Samuel trade to the Commanders. He was in that deal with the Deebo, or with Deebo going to Washington. The 49ers could have gotten Jonathan Allen in that trade, but they were smart. And they ultimately agreed to take a 5th-round pick for Deebo and not get Jonathan Allen. Why? Because he was due $15.5 million for 2025. That was his salary for 2025 with the Commanders. But now he is released, and he likely will not get a deal that's over $15 million, or maybe even anywhere close to $15 million in free agency. Maybe like there's a super, super needy team out there that would pay him that. But they still might end up with Jonathan Allen, even though they elected to not take him in that trade with Deebo Samuel going to the Commanders. I definitely think he's going to sign a deal that's less than $15 million per year. But this makes sense. I mean, I made videos on Jonathan Allen and my thoughts on it. Obviously, the Niners are going to be releasing Javon Hargrave at the start of next week when the start of the new league year begins, which would leave Malik Collins, Evan Anderson, Jordan Elliott, Kalia and Kalia Davis. Those are all the defensive tackles that will remain under contract with the 49ers. So they need depth there. They can't go into this season with Malik Collins and Jordan Elliott as their starting D tackles. It's just not good enough. So it's easy to understand why they are interested in Jonathan Allen. And I'm fine with Jonathan Allen. I have a similar stance on Joey Bosa. I'm fine with Jonathan Allen at a good price tag. I'm not going to pay this guy $13 million a year. He's 30 years old. He has an injury history. He had a partially torn pec last season that kept him out majority of the year. He did return for Week 18 and played all of the Commanders' playoff games last year. So obviously pretty impressive for him to return from that injury. But the fact of the matter is he hasn't really played up to par since the 2021 and 2022 seasons, hence to why the Commanders cut him. This would definitely help the 49ers defensive line out. It would definitely make, the defensive line better. He's 6'3", 300 pounds. But his performance has declined in recent seasons. He had a 56 defensive grade from Pro Football Focus in 2024, which was a career low. And obviously he didn't play the full season, so that, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. But just a few years ago, man, he was one of the top interior defenders in the NFL. He racked up 127 tackles and 16 and a half sacks between 2021 and 2022. And he earned a career-high 84.9 defensive grade from Pro Football Focus in 2021. But, obviously, the biggest hurdle in acquiring Allen in the Deebo trade was his price tag. But obviously, the 49ers will have a better opportunity to bring him in as a free agent, definitely at a more manageable price than what it would have been had they included him in the Deebo trade. So, again, I'm open to Jonathan Allen only for the right price tag. It's the same with Joey Bosa. I'm not going to be paying... if I'm the Niners, I'm not paying Jonathan Allen anywhere near what he was expected to make in 2025. And I definitely think, given his age, his injury history, he's definitely going to have a lower price tag in free agency. And the 49ers are going to be interested. They have a need at defensive tackle. They have a need at edge. They have needs everywhere. There's a lot of holes to fill within this 49ers defense. Jonathan Allen would definitely give me more confidence in the defensive tackle group going into 2025. And again, he's a great player, but the injuries, his age, and things like that it's not too enticing, but it will be at the right price tag. Like if they can get this guy at $11 to $12 million per year, maybe, I'm fine with it. But there is a good chance that he could take more money elsewhere, and that might be the case here. But, it's obviously worth noting that the 49ers are expected to pursue him, and he's an intriguing free agent. He's one of the top defensive tackles out on the market, but the 49ers also have to consider and note that this is a very deep defensive tackle class, defensive line class in general, and that they could very well find, a Jonathan Allen and with a mid to late round pick at a much cheaper cost on a rookie contract. But again, for the right price tag, I'm absolutely interested in bringing over Jonathan Allen. Like I said, it gives me more of a boost of confidence in this defensive tackle group. So we will see what happens. Niner faithful, let me know in the comments down below. Would you guys sign Jonathan Allen? What's the max price tag that you guys would sign him for per year? But we'll see what happens. He's definitely an intriguing player. Definitely would help the Niners' defensive line. But I'm only interested at the right price tag, and it's the same with Joey Bosa. So we'll see what happens. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. As always, go Niners. I'll see you guys in the next one.